Hey guys, I'm back. I had some problems with my internet. So this is actually going to be part two, and I apologize for this whole thing. It's not my fault. It's my stupid cable and everything. Um, you please just go check out, that, and check out everything on my YouTube. Please like and share. And sorry, you know, I it's not my fault. My freaking cable decided to like say no more Wi-Fi for you. Um, Let me just make sure that people know about this. But yeah, I'm gonna start all over again with um with the whole actually we were just about finishing the 0 hour, so we're just gonna go and we're just gonna go right into the main card and whatnot. So all right, let's keep this crack-a-lacking. So basically Kingston wins with a Northern Light suplex. Okay, we're gonna go to Casino. We're gonna go right into the top of the card. We're gonna go to the Casino Battle Royal. Sorry, Casino Ladder match. Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli versus Pure Champion ROH Pure Champion Willie Yuta versus Penta El Zero and Miniano versus Phoenix, Ray Phoenix versus Rush versus Andrade El Idolo versus Dante Martin and the Joker. We start off the first man to pull the poker chip down wins the match. Wheeler Yuta and Ray Phoenix were the first two competitors. Yuta shoved Phoenix off the ropes. Yuta followed up with a tope suicida onto Phoenix on the ladder that was propped up against the barricade. Rush was out next. Yuta climbed the ladder in the center of the ring, but Rush pulled him down. Rush sent Yuta into the ladder with a belly to belly suplex. Rush took out Phoenix on the outside with a flip over the top rope. Andrade El Idolo was next. This was bad for Wheeler Yuta and Ray Phoenix, said Excalibur. Rush and Andrade set up three ladders. Andrade used a flipping power bomb on Yuta from the top of the ladder and down onto the other. Claudio Castagnoli was next. Claudio was shoved Andrade off two ladders that were connected. Dante Martin was the next competitor out to the ring. Dante springboarded off the ropes to the middle of the ladder. Dante fell onto Claudio's shoulders, but they spilled over the top rope onto the arena floor. Penta El Zeno Nieno was out to the ring next. Penta spiked Dante with a Canadian destroyer on the ramp. Penta rocked Claudio with a backstabber. Penta spiked Andrade with a Canadian destroyer on the ladder. Ray Phoenix jumped off the top of the turnbuckle with a frog splash to Rush through a table outside the ring. Several masked men cloaked in black jumped into the ring. One of the men climbed the ladder and pulled down the poker chip. He was unmasked as Stokely Hathaway. When the men surrounded Stokely and laughed, they revealed themselves as Austin Gunn, Colton Gunn, William Morrissey, Lee Moriarty, and Ethan Page. Sympathy of the Devil began to play while the other masked men walked out to the ring. Stokely Hathaway handed the poker chip to the man in the devil mask, who Justin Roberts introduced as the Joker entrant. The Joker was declared the winner. He was about to unmask, then shook his head no. He has earned the next world title shot, said Excalibur. This was massive. We need to try to find out who he was or who that was, said Jazz. AEW World Trios Tournament final match. The Elite, Kenny Omega and the Bucks versus Hangman Adam Page and the Dark Order, Alex Reynolds and John Silver. Don Callis joined the commentary team for this match. Hangman and Nick Jackson traded offense maneuvers, reaching a stalemate. They knobbed at one another as signals of mutual respect. Alex Reynolds and Matt Jackson tagged in. Matt spat at Alex, and Alex used a double leg takedown on Matt Jackson. Teddy tagged in and had a stare down with Hangman. John Silver grabbed a blind tag and put Omega in a wrist lock. Alex tagged in and then used their tandem offense on Kenny, going after his shoulder. Don't like it, but it was great strategy, said Don Callis. Hangman tabbed himself in, but Kenny turned him around and nailed him with a chop. Hangman rallied back with a fallaway slam. The Bucks didn't have any compassion, and they were all business, stopping Hangman before he could hit a springboard. The Elite used great combination, allowing Kenny to get a near fall on Page. Dark Order was signaled out by the Elite, but Dark Order rallied back for a very near fall on Kenny Omega. This was awesome, the fans chanted. Kenny wiped out Hangman and Dark Order with a Terminator dive over the top rope. The momentum shifted after Dark Order used a pendulum bomb on Matt Jackson. Lucky for the Elite, Kenny was there to break it up and pit up the pin attempt on Matt Jackson. Kenny used a big trigger, then a Tiger Driver 98 on Hangman for a 2 count. Hangman answered with a buckshot lariat to the back of Kenny's head. Kenny ducked and Nick blindsided Hangman with a buckshot lariat of his own. Kenny went for a big trigger, but Hangman avoided it. Kenny tried for a one-wing angel on Silver, but Silver countered it. Hangman tried for a buckshot lariat, but Kenny ducked invertedly and hit John Silver. Kenny Omega was there to pin John Silver, and the Elite became the inaugural AEW World Trios champions. I'm not thrilled about that. I'm not thrilled about that at all. The Dark Order needed a rub. This would have been the rub. And Tony Khan basically says, well, I'm waiting for Kenny Omega. So you should have just said, we're giving him the titles. You could have handed it to them. Kenny hasn't lost a step, and the Young Bucks are just as good as ever, said Shivani. Kenny Omega was the difference maker, said Excalibur. This match blew. Jade Cargill cannot move in the ring. She botched all times too. Jade Cargill versus Athena for the TBS Championship. Stokely Hathaway was conspicuous by his absence. After some interference, Athena smashed Layla into the steel guardrail. Jade fired off live rounds with an uppercuts to Athena. Athena connected with a crossbody press for near fall on Jade. Athena went for the O-face, but Jade countered it. Athena went over the top with a stunner for a near fall. Kira tried to interfere, but ate a kick from Athena. It was just enough to distract for Jade to flatten Athena with her jaded finisher and to pin. Jade Cargill is still undefeated, said Excalibur. Whoop-de-fucking-do. TNT champion Wardlow versus Ring of Honor, IWGP, and AAA World Tag Team champions FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Howard versus Jay Lethal, the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin, and Alex Shelley. Lethal spat in Wardlow. The TNT champion went for the powerbomb, but the Motor City Machine Gun ran into the ring to stop him. Dax walloped Sabin with a short arm clothesline. The Machine Guns never the tag team technicians outnumbered Dax and hit him with a cutter. Dax tagged to Cash, and Cash waffled Shelley with a European uppercuts. Warlow tagged in and grabbed the machine guns by the throat, then countered with his choke slam attempt, but then he suplexed them. Dax tagged in and applied a sharpshooter to Alex. Lethal interfered to give his team the upper hand. Shelley dropkicked Cash in the knee. Lethal grabbed it and wrapped it around a steel ring post. FTR came back with a big rig on Shelley. Warlow nearly decapitated Lethal with a lariat. Warlow power bombed Lethal. Warlow hit Lethal with another and a third. Warlow pinned Lethal with a fourth power bomb. I really think the powerbomb symphony has become the most feared move we have here in All Elite Wrestling," said Shivani. The Motor City Machine Gun Sanjay Judd and Saruman Singh surrounded the ring. Samoa Joe's music played and he came down the ramp, knocking down Saruman Singh. Dak's daughter skipped to the ring. She snapped Sanjay Pencil in half. Dax hit Dutt with a lariat. Dak's daughter added insult to injury, pinned Dutt. She had a prefer. I think it's gonna should be -1 versus I think it's who was his Dax's daughter. Grudge match. Absolute Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Hobbs suplexed Stark and then mocked him by imitating Starks' trademark pose. Starks went for the spear in the corner, but Hobbs dodged it, and Starks' momentum sent him crashing. Hobbs caught Starks on the side of the head with a boot for a near fall. Starks came out of nowhere with a DDT on Hobbs. It was clear that Starks' neck was bothering him. Hobbs stunned the crowd after he hit the spinebuster on Starks and pinned him. All the damage Hobbs did to Starks' neck paying off, said Excalibur. AEW World Tag Team Champions Swerve in Our Glory, Swerve Strickland, Limitless Keith Lee versus The Acclaim, Matt Caster and Anthony Bowens. Jim Ross joined the commentary team. Swerve grabbed Bowen's ankle and tagged to Keith. Bowens managed to crawl to the counter and tag his partner Caster. Caster tried a shoulder tackle, but Lee didn't budge. Caster took down Lee with a Hurricane Rana. And that shows you the strength of Matt Caster. Not everybody can do that, said Jim Ross. The Acclaim used tandem offense to send the champs to the floor. Swerve and Our Glory regrouped on the outside. Caster tried to shake Lee's hand, but Lee began to bludgeon him. Swerve tagged in and hit a diving European uppercut on Caster. Platinum rocked Keith with a diving cutter. Bowens hit a neckbreaker on Swerve Strickland. He followed up with a suplex on Swerve for a 2 count. Bowens tweaked his knee. Billy gave him a quick talk, and Bowens tried to shake it off. Strickland shoves Bowens off the turnbuckle, sending Bowens crashing down on the arena floor. Swerve turned up the aggression and kicked Bowens' knee. Keith Lee tagged in, and he and Swerve used a knee breaker on Bowens. Keith Lee splashed Bowens for a near fall. Keith hurled Bowens halfway across the ring. Bowens shocked Lee with a flipping neck breaker and then tagged in Max. Caster connected with a diving crossbody on Keith Lee for a near fall. Keith Lee tried to pounce Caster, but Caster moved out of the way, and Lee accidentally nailed Swerve. Lee kicked out Bowen's leg from under him. Keith Lee climbed to the top turnbuckle, but Caster met up with him there. Bowens followed Caster, and Acclaim used an avalanche buster on Keith Lee. Swerve wasted no time with a double foot stomp on Bowens for a near fall. Swerve grabbed Bowen's leg, but Caster drop kicked Swerve from behind, making the save. Bowens grabbed Swerve from the outside, and Caster hit the mic drop. Billy Gunn hopped onto the ring apron and got into Keith Lee's face. Caster rocked Lee with a thrust kick. Caster hoisted up Lee and then planted him. Bowens hit an arrival on Swerve, and then Caster followed up with mic drop. Keith Lee broke up the pin, saving Swerve. Swerve nailed Caster in with a Death Valley driver on the apron. Swerve hit a backbreaker on Bowens. Bowens' knee gave out as Swerve was going to kick him in the head. It worked out in Bowen's favor because Swerve hit Lee inadvertently. Swerve in Our Glory still managed to pull things together. Lee grabbed Bowens in a powerbomb position while Swerve jumped off the top turnbuckle with a foot stomp. They finished off the Acclaim to retain the gold in a phenomenal fashion. They really should have called an audible. They really should. But that's just me. Now, this is where I was very paying attention to this match because of what I perceived. And in my opinion, I could be wrong, and I will apologize, that Tony Khan is with now Britt Baker romantically. Fatal 4-way for the AEW Interim World Championship. Tony Storm versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Jamie Hayter versus Hikaru Shida. Storm kicked Hayter in the chest. Storm blasted Hayter with a drop kick right on the target. Storm ran onto the ropes, but Baker tripped her up from the outside. Shida cradled Hayter for a near fall. Hayter grabbed Shida's boot and applied a single crab. Baker used a sling blade on Storm and Shida. Hayter uncorked a huge right elbow on Shida. Hayter smashed Tony Storm in the corner with another elbow. Hayter double suplex Storm and Shida, and Hayter got wrecked by a tope suicida from Tony. Tony Storm and Hikaru Shida chain wrestled in the middle of the ring. Rebel jumped into the ring, but Tony and Shida hit her with a double headbutt. Hayter and Baker seized the opportunity and attacked Shida and Storm from behind. Hayter carried Shida up the ramp and then planted her at the top of the ramp. Baker smashed Shida with a curb stomp on the ramp. Inside the ring, Hayter choked Storm. Tony used a drop toe hold on Baker and then diving crossbody press on Hayter. Shida returned from the back with two kendo sticks. Shida whacked Hayter and Baker with kendo shots. Shida spiked Hayter with a Falcon Arrow. Storm used a German suplex on Baker. Hayter broke up the pin and nailed Storm with a tombstone pile driver. Baker curb stomped Shida for a near fall. Hayter rocked Shida with a ripcord lariat and went to the pin. Shida, but Baker pulled the ref out of the ring. Tony Storm used the Storm Zero on Hayter, but Britt Baker tried to steal the pin on Hayter. Storm DDT Baker, then Storm DDT'd Hayter and pinned her. And we have a new AEW Interim World Champion is Tony Storm. I was fucking floored. I was glad that this happened. Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage. As Jungle Boy and making his entrance, Luchasaurus came out the opposite tunnel and chokeslammed Jungle Boy onto the steel pyro grate. Luchasaurus carried Jungle Boy to the ring. He powerbombed Jungle Boy through the timekeeper's table directly in front of Jungle Boy's mom and sister who were sitting in the front row. Christian Cage was struck again, and tonight with the Luchasaurus situation, said Excalibur. Jungle Boy told Aubrey Edwards to ring the bell. Christian Cage speared Jungle Boy. Christian Cage ended with the kill switch to pin Jungle Boy. Who had a better weekend? I think Edge had a better weekend. Christian, you should have stayed with WWE. You were no Edge. Backstage, Alex Marvez was with the Death Triangle, Danhausen, Orange Cassidy, and the Best Friends. He said Tony Khan made it official, and this Wednesday it will be the Death Triangle against the Best Friends and Orange Cassidy. American Dragon Bryan Danielson versus the Lionheart Chris Jericho. Blackpool Combat Club William Regal joined the commentary team for this match. Daniel Garcia was watching the match on a monitor backstage. Danielson stomped Jericho's face and Jericho bailed out of the ring. Jericho is not going to allow Danielson to dictate the pace, said Tats. Jericho chopped at Danielson with an open palm strike. Danielson kept his poise, brushing off Danielson's attempt an armbar, but Jericho transitioned out. Jericho hit Danielson with more neat palm strikes. Jericho planted Bryan with a backbreaker. Jericho went over the top rope to the outside, but Danielson countered with a kick. Danielson followed up with a knee strike off the apron. Danielson connected with a missile dropkick off the top rope. Danielson tried for a Hurricane Rana off the top rope, but Jericho countered with the walls. The walls are locked in, said Excalibur. Danielson rolled through for an inside cradle, getting a near fall on Jericho. Danielson rocketed to Jericho on the outside with a tope suicida. Danielson jumped off the top rope looking for the headbutt, but Jericho rolled out of the way. Jericho tried the lionsault, but Danielson got his knees up in defense. Jericho catapulted Danielson, but Danielson managed stopping himself by grabbing the ropes. Jericho hit a tombstone pile driver and then a lionsault for a near fall on Bryan. Momentum shift as Danielson pushed Jericho with the stomps to the head. Danielson had Jericho in the label lock. Jericho writing in pain. How much longer can he survive? Asked Ross. Jericho escaped and put Danielson in the walls. Danielson kicked up out of it and put Jericho in a triangle sleeper. Jericho slingshot Danielson's neck into the bottom rope. Jericho put Danielson in the lion tamer. Danielson grabbed the bottom rope using all of his strength to get out of that hold. Jericho was growing frustrated with the tendency of Danielson. Jericho delivered a hammer and anvil elbows to Danielson's jaw. Bryan got to his feet and rocked Jericho with the running knee. Danielson applied the cattle mutilation on Jericho. After Jericho got to the ropes, Danielson blistered Jericho back with some roundhouse kicks. What that is wrestling match. What a wrestling match. This is here, said Taz. While the ref was distracted, Jericho hit Danielson with a low blow. He blasted Bryan with Judas Effect and pinned Bryan Danielson. The Jericho Appreciation Society came down to help in victory, to celebrate his victory. The trios match. House of Black, Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews versus Darby Allin, Sting, and Miro. Miro grabbed Malachi Black and began kicking the life out of him in the corner. Malachi came back with kicks and elbows and tagged to Buddy Matthews. Miro grabbed Buddy and splashed him in the corner. Darby wanted to tag in, but Miro wanted more of Buddy by himself. It's almost like Miro waving off his teammate, said Jericho. Darby finally managed to grab the tag. Darby was looking for the code red on Buddy, but Black came in with a roundhouse kick. Black tagged in Brody King. Brody ragdoll Darby into the turnbuckle. Darby made the tag to Miro, but the ref was distracted by Julia Hart and didn't see it. Sting grabbed a tag and went to town on Brody King and Buddy Matthews with backhand and splashes. Sting locked eyes with Malachi Black. Sting wants the leader, said Jim Ross. Sting and Malachi slugged it out in the center of the ring. Sting pulled Black in the Sting put Black in the Scorpion Deathlock. Brody and Buddy kicked Sting in the face, freeing up Malachi. Sting isolated the House of Black, said Excalibur. Sting escaped the Dante's Inferno and tagged Darby. Miro charged at Buddy outside the ring, but Buddy hit Miro, sending Miro crashing and burning into the steel ring steps. Darby hit Buddy with a cannonball tope suicida on Buddy. As the ref was checking on Darby, Sting sprayed mist into Malachi's eyes. Darby rolled up Malachi with the Last Supper and pinned him. Turnabout is fair play, said Taz. I don't know if he's actually leaving or he's just taking a sabbatical, because it was reported that Malachi Black misses his wife, he's hurt a little bit. His mental, and I don't think he's going to want to, how can I say this? I don't think he's going to want to fuck up his marriage. Hey, listen, this is actually part 2. My fucking Wi-Fi decided to say no Wi-Fi for you. Seriously. So, how you doing today, Alyssa? I miss you so much. So, anywho, because he's married to Thea Trinidad, also known as Queen Zelina Vega. Does he go back because Triple H is there? Now, if he does go back, put him on Monday Night Raw. Give him his wife. Have her be like this wicked queen, like Ursula, or have from Maleficent. If I'm saying this fucking right, I apologize. I'm not a Disney freak, okay? But I do know. Have her be that, and have her be that to her husband, and be and then have him be the devil or the Satan or like a really bad demonic character. And who the fuck knows? We can have a mixed tag match, which makes sense. We have Malachi Black or Alice Black versus Karrion Kross. Yes, we got to get that match if he goes back to WWE. I will be happy. I don't know about you people. I will be fucking thrilled. So go ahead. Go ahead. I'm digging it. All right, we have the main event. Jon Moxley versus CM Punk for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. We start off with Mox flipped off CM Punk. Mind games, as they say, observed Jim Ross. CM Punk shoved Mox into the corner and began to knee him. Moxley turned CM Punk around and walloped him with strikes. CM Punk caught Mox off the guard with a roundhouse kick. CM Punk nailed Mox with a GTS for a near fall. That was a major movement in this match, up when the go to sleep doesn't put someone down for a 3 count, said Jim Ross. CM Punk jumped on Mox with a tope suicida. CM Punk took the onslaught to Moxley, pummeling him through the fans. Moxley shoved CM Punk headfirst into the steel ring post. That could be another major moment of this match. CM Punk recover from that? Can CM Punk recover from that? Wondered Jim Ross. CM Punk was busted wide open, and Moxley went right after him with strikes and elbows. Moxley continued to pummel and the laceration. Moxley countered Punk's bulldog attempt with a knee breaker. Punk gouged at Moxley's eye. Punk is in desperate mode, said Taz. Moxley dropkicked Punk's knee. Moxley dropkicked CM Punk's knee. Moxley followed up with a dragon screw and then a figure 4. Punk spat at Mox and flipped him off. Moxley spiked CM Punk with a pile driver for a near fall. CM Punk managed to get his feet and sent Mox colliding with the steel ring post. Punk applied the Anaconda Vice, but Mox escaped after biting Punk. Moxley went for the King Kong Lariat, but Punk carried countered it. CM Punk tried for the elbow off the top rope, but Moxley baited him and countered with the bulldog choke. Punk tried to kick out, but Mox grabbed Punk's foot and put him in an ankle lock. Punk grabbed the ring rope, but Moxley German suplexed Punk. CM Punk jumped to his feet and rocked Mox with a roundhouse kick. Moxley answered with a King Kong lariat. CM Punk and Jon Moxley traded strikes. Moxley blocked the GTS and followed up with a Death Rider. CM Punk kicked out at the counter 2. Moxley put Punk in the bulldog choke again. Punk found it the strength to lift Moxley up and hammer Mox with the GTS. Moxley's is out, guys, said Taz. Punk hoisted Moxley for a second GTS and pinned him. It's over. New champion, said Ross. New All Elite champion, CM Punk. As Punk stood with the belt in the arena, lights went out. On screen, the masked Joker from earlier in the night revealed himself to be MJF. I'm the devil himself, said MJF. MJF walked onto the ramp. CM Punk held his championship in the ring. MJF gestured around his waist, monitoring for the championship belt, and flipped off the crowd. Well, the devil is back, said Taz. And that was the end of it. As I said in part 1, before I got cut off, Punk and TK are meant for one another. Punk is what Lesnar is to Vince McMahon, to TK. And it's a disgusting situation. You had a fucking world champion go on the media in Scrum and fucking just decide he didn't give a shit. Now, I give more fucking praise to fucking Roman Reigns during his press conference. He just sat there and he's like, the fuck am I doing here? Get the fuck out. Didn't say one word. One word. Fucking Triple H, when he was sitting in the on the media scrum, he moved himself down. He put his fucking people in front. Then he then, when he was getting questioned by the media, then he moved to the middle. Tony Khan just fucking sat there and had the camera on him. This guy is a fucking egotistical maniac, and he puts Vince McMahon to shame. He's got a good mind. He's of course he's a fucking mark, but you don't fucking do that. And you should have fucking got up, whispered into fucking Punk's ear, and said, "Shut up and take the fucking mic," and say, "Go, go." You had no right to do that, Punk. You had no right to do that. I don't care if it's a work or not. That was fucking unprofessional. And you know what? I would have fucking had more respect for fucking the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega if they walked out. You alienate people. I feel bad for the fucking roster that has to deal with your ass. Now, I'm not going to take it away. You're a fucking great wrestler, but your attitude and your fucking character sucks. You're a dick. And not a good one that I will support. I made the mistake to buy in your shit. You better do something. Because little by little, nobody's going to want to fucking work with you. You were a SOB in UFC. Because nothing was going your way. You thought that you were going to be bigger than fucking Brock Lesnar. You couldn't even fucking win a match. You couldn't win a match. Now you got somebody that's fucking stroking your cock and sucking your cock, a.k.a. TK, and that's all you care about. As long as you're taken care of and as long as TK is taking care of you, you're going to give two shits about anything. You're not going to work with this one. You're not going to work with that one. You have no rights to say that. This is not WWE. You're not Brock Lesnar. If I had the fucking choice of either fucking having dinner with Brock Lesnar and his wife, Sable, or fucking CM Punk with his wife, AJ Lee, I will pick CM Lesnar hands down. Due to the fact that he knows good fucking steak restaurants. And I love steak. I'm a meat potatoes type of girl. All right? As you can tell, I am not fucking thin as a rail. You know? And I never claimed to be. I may not be a supermodel. I may not be your cup of tea. But I'm sorry, but I'm not going to deprive myself of not eating food. I'm sorry. I've down that road. I've had an eating disorder. I starved myself, and I can't do that anymore. I know I can lose weight, but I'm right now going through shit. You have no rights to do that. You don't own the fucking company. You're dictating what your fucking boss is. And it's pathetic. Now I know why fucking everybody hated you in fucking WWE. And no wonder why Corey Graves said, fuck you. You had no right to tell him to fucking quit his goddamn job to fucking goddamn be loyal to you. Do you have kids? No, because your fucking wife is too mentally incapacitated that she can't do that. She can't handle that. I have fucking mental problems as it is. I have had problems, all right? I've had mental health issues, but I still take care of my 17-year-old fucking kid as of Wednesday. AJ, you better get your fucking your husband in another frame of mind, or you're just the same way as he is, and that's why you can't be dealing with that. You have to go to this somewhat upstart company. Where is it? Where have the new episodes? Why can't I find it? Because it's trash. It's trash. They got rid of fucking goddamn Tessa Blanchard. That was your first fucking mistake. I mean, Jesus Christ. Both you and your husband. I respect Brock Lesnar because he fucking tells you right to your face what is he going to do, how is he going to do it, and how many times is he going to fucking bitch and complain about it. I'd rather hang out with him. I'd rather hang out with fucking goddamn Daniel Bryan and his wife. Even though, you know, I won't be able to order a steak. But how could you do this? How? You came back to your favorite profession and you're fucking it up. You're worse than fucking Roman Reigns when it comes to fucking being with the boss. I don't know what's going to happen on Dynamite, but I'm telling you, he better fucking go full-fledged heel and not this way that he was doing early this morning. Dropping F-bombs in the middle of a fucking press conference. And then you had Tony Khan. Tony Khan is another fucking... I could go on another fucking video on this. You fucking goddamn... Oh, I didn't think this, and and he was like so flustered. The guy smokes meth, or the guy fucking goddamn does heroin, or the guy does speed, or the guy does fucking coke. This guy is not right. Something is seriously wrong with him. Seriously. You just don't fucking act like that. What was in that fucking bottle? Fucking goddamn liquid cocaine? I mean, come on. All Out wasn't as big as it was last year. I watched last year. I don't even remember what was my first pay-per-view. I think it was Double or Nothing or something like that, and I've been watching it ever since. And This one I didn't like at all. I don't give a shit. Clash of the Castle was better. It was what we needed. It was in and out, and that was the end of it. So Tony Khan better fucking start wising up, because a lot of people are not going to deal with this shit, and Triple H will gladly have them with open arms, just like everybody else is going to end up coming back to WWE, because Triple H will take care of them. He always took care of his children. I will be thrilled for Aleister Black or Malachi Black to come back to WWE. At least he'll know that he'll be used on television, you know? But that is it. That is it. I just wanted to say thank you, Chi-Town Smart. I can't believe he was in my part 1. Go check it out. He's in the chat. I was legitimately floored. I was like, I cried. I literally cried on my show. But please go check out all of the people that I support. Please go check out Harry's Razors at harrys.com. Go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. Also, go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Also, Deathwish Coffee, deathwishcoffee.com. HOG Wrestling, go check them out. Go check out High Intensity 8 on Fight TV, and go get your tickets for Genesis on September 24th. And you can find it where you can buy the tickets at hogwrestling.net. Also, go check out Outbreak Wrestling and Sanctuary, and check their social media pages. Also, please go follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, Mel'S Mat Chat. Also, follow me on Snapchat and Facebook. I'm getting out of here for the day. I've been with you all for about almost 3 hours, give or take, trying to get back on here. I don't know what's wrong with my Wi-Fi. I just decided to say, fuck you, you're not getting it anymore. I will be back here for episode 255. It's going to be pre-recorded. My son's coming home. It's going to be 17 on Wednesday. Eek. But have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your week. And enjoy today off for the people who have off. I will see you on Friday. Not live, but on a tape video. Please reach me out. And please also like, subscribe, and turn my notifications. And when I go live, you'll know about it, if I'm able to stay on live. Okay? Have a great day, and I'll see you on Friday.